Right now on CBS3's Live at 5, 5 jurors have now been selected in Derek Chauvin's trial. We bring you an update on the big decision the judge hearing the trial now needs to make. Plus, vaccine expansion. We visit a local hospital where more Minnesotans were able to get their vaccine today. And no more masks. Minnesota City that has decided they will no longer enforce a mask mandate.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
And we begin tonight with a live look from I-3, which is on Highway 53 in Hermantown area. You could see there the roads starting to accumulate some snow. Some big snow there heading towards the windshield. And so with that, we're going to pass it over to Dave with a look at weather. Dave, what's the rest of the night looking like?
Well, pretty snowy, John, for just about everybody. Started as rain a few hours ago. Now that temperatures are cooling, especially after sunset comes around, we're going to cool down and shift things over to snow. And we have advisories and warnings to look at here in our area. We'll start from the heart of the region, from Aiken County up through the Twin Ports and up the North Shore and into a good chunk of the Arrowhead. That's a winter storm warning in effect until tomorrow morning at 9. For northwestern Wisconsin and some parts of inland Minnesota, winter weather advisory till 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll show a chart with the snow totals more specifically in a few more minutes, but right now let's just say in general 4 to 8 is very possible through the warning area and lesser totals in the advisory region. And our friends in the Upper Peninsula aren't facing any advisories at all. They may stay more towards rain than anything else there. Well, looking at the bigger picture here, what we have are two low pressure systems working through the area. One is centered just to the north of Lake Superior in parts of Ontario, and it's connected by a stationary front to the second low that's down in that little adjunct to South Dakota near the Minnesota border. And those are the systems that are bringing us the precip chance for our area tonight and through tomorrow morning. So the chance for the rain-snow mix around our region is 100%. If you don't have it now, you will. But it should end fairly quickly Thursday morning, and we'll already start clearing by Thursday afternoon, and we'll warm up a little bit back to 40. Not like yesterday's 60 for some towns, but for the mid part of March we're entering, not so bad. Again, we'll give you some snow total estimates in more detail in a few more minutes.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Dave. New at 5, a major ruling as Derek Chauvin's trial continues. The Minnesota Supreme Court has declined to hear Chauvin's appeal as he tries to block a third-degree murder charge from being reinstated. Chauvin faces second-degree murder and manslaughter charges in the public death of George Floyd, but the state wants to add a lesser third-degree murder charge, hoping to increase chances of a conviction. At issue is whether the conviction of another former police officer in an unrelated case established a precedent. The High Court's decision tonight leaves open the possibility that the judge could add the third-degree murder charge back and lessen the chances that the trial would be delayed. The judge is expected to consider that tomorrow morning. Amid the back and forth, the jury selection has continued. A total of 5 jurors have been chosen so far. And as Chauvin's trial is being conducted amid a pandemic, the courtroom has been overhauled for safety. The traditional jury box and gallery are gone, replaced with widely spaced seats and desks for a limited amount of attorneys, jurors, and media. Plexiglass barriers and hand sanitizer are everywhere, and everyone must wear a mask. In Minnesota, the coronavirus crisis has placed most in-person criminal jury trials on hold since November. A handful of exceptions have been allowed, including this case. And today is a big day for President Biden as he announced a major deal to get 100 million more doses of the COVID vaccine just after the House gave final passage to his nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package. The bill was approved largely along party lines, though one Democrat, Maine's Jared Golden, joined the Republicans in voting against the measure. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill with more.
The motion is adopted.
The Democrat-controlled House has handed President Biden his first legislative win, passing the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan.
This day, we celebrate because we are honoring a promise made by our president.
The bill extends the $300 a week unemployment benefits. It also includes a tax credit of up to $3,600 per child. Direct stimulus checks could go out by the end of the month. $1,400 for individuals making under $75,000 and $2,800 for couples making under $150,000 a year.
You took the opportunity to put forth an agenda, and you didn't include bipartisan support.
The White House press secretary says President Biden plans on signing the legislation on Friday. In the coming weeks, the president and members of his administration are also expected to travel the country to bring attention to the bill's components.
He will be hitting the road. The vice president will be hitting the road. The first lady will be hitting the road. We will have people out communicating directly in communities.
Wednesday afternoon, President Biden is hosting the CEOs of Johnson & Johnson and Merck to announce a deal to purchase 100 million more doses of COVID-19 vaccine.
It gives us maximum flexibility for our upcoming needs.
Earlier this month, the two rival pharmaceutical companies agreed to partner to boost production of Johnson & Johnson's single-dose coronavirus vaccine. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And tomorrow, President Biden will mark the one-year anniversary of the global pandemic and shutdowns with a primetime address. The president said he will take a look back and also lay out his plans for the next phase of pandemic response. Minnesota's health commissioner got her vaccine today as eligibility has expanded to include 1.8 million more people in Minnesota. The new group includes those with underlying health conditions and essential workers. The governor joined Commissioner Jan Malcolm at a clinic just outside Minneapolis. Malcolm says she was part of the group to become eligible on Friday. She received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Malcolm says we're lucky to have 3 good vaccines, but some people have been unsure about J&J's effectiveness.
It is extremely effective, especially where it matters most, preventing severe illness, hospitalization, and death. So I was eager to demonstrate my confidence in this vaccine.
Malcolm says the state received about 130,000 doses this week. According to the governor, that should ramp up to about 300,000 doses by the last week of March. And with vaccine distribution now weeks ahead of schedule, CBS3's Kendall Jarboe went to the St. Luke's Vaccine Clinic today and shares what day one of eligibility expansion means for them.
With more people now eligible for the vaccine, St. Luke's is continuing to administer doses to people who qualify, and they rely on volunteers to meet the demands. Volunteers like Mike Swanowski. Swanowski is a retired pharmacist who started volunteering at the St. Luke's Vaccine Clinic just last week. With Minnesota's vaccine eligibility expansion, people receiving the doses are a combination of newly eligible patients and people in previous groups who hadn't already made an appointment. Swanowski says right now, there's nothing more important than getting as many people vaccinated as possible.
Getting people vaccinated in a timely manner, and I can have a part in that, I couldn't not do it. It just was one of these... Yeah, you should be doing that, Mike.
Swanowski describes Wednesday's atmosphere in the vaccine clinic as celebratory, a time for people who have been waiting to finally get their protection against COVID-19. People with certain underlying health conditions and those at risk of workplace exposure now qualify for the vaccine, and the state is ramping up efforts to expand that list in the future.
All right, thanks, Kendall. And coming up at 6, we hear from someone who just became eligible for the vaccine and got his first dose today. He shares his message to those who are still waiting their turn. And after St. Luke's top leaders abruptly left last year, the Duluth Hospital announced today 2 people will replace him. Dr. Nick Van Dielen and Eric Loan have been named St. Luke's co-presidents and CEOs. Van Dielen is the chief medical officer and Loan the chief financial officer. They'll each continue in those roles. Together, they've spent 54 years in healthcare. And you'll remember former St. Luke's president and CEO Kevin Nuckols resigned in December. The hospital has not shared specifically why. He was with St. Luke's for a little over a year. Well, one Minneapolis suburb will no longer enforce a mask mandate. City leaders in Ramsey have voted to stop enforcing Governor Tim Walz's coronavirus mask mandate. Leaders argue it infringes on constitutional rights. It was not immediately clear what liability the city might face as a result of the city council vote last night. And the vote was discouraged by the city attorney. He warned members not to ignore the executive order. The League of Minnesota Cities says Ramsey might be the first city to pass such a measure. Still to come on Live at 5, a local youth organization is moving ahead with their annual fundraiser with COVID-friendly changes. We go around the Northland after the break.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
At MediaCom, we know the future is ours to create. That's why we built an incredibly advanced fiber-powered network. So today, when lives are being challenged more than ever, we're working harder than ever to help families move forward, businesses restart, and our communities get back on their feet. MediaCom is up for this challenge. Our network is ready, our people are powerful, and we won't back down.
Your aviation career is ready for takeoff. Join us for Lake Superior College's Aviation Open House on Friday, March 19th, 3 to 6 p.m. Tour LSC's Center for Advanced Aviation and learn about exciting programs like Professional Pilot and Aviation Maintenance Technician. RSVP today.
It's more than just a job. You kind of get to meet people, their families, and to be a part of their lives and kind of see how that changes as they grow up.
Join our team of supportive and creative individuals. Visit trilliumservice.com or call today to set up an interview.
Questions about the COVID-19 vaccine? Now there's an information center to provide the details you need. Get local vaccine information and the latest from the CDC, all at CBS3Duluth.com. When it matters most, turn to live, local CBS3.
Welcome to CBS This Morning. We have a lot of news today.
Watch Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel on CBS This Morning. Weekday mornings only on CBS.
By hook or by crook, after 30 years or so, I've become the longest-serving broadcast meteorologist here in this market. I've been an on and off part of it since 1986. We have a higher quotient of people who grew up in this area, lived the weather all their lives, know what's supposed to happen for each specific time of the year around here. CBS 3 Live and Local, we try to live up to that, and I'm hoping people will like what they see and tell all their friends, of course.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Spirit Mountain, where that rain-snow mix is continuing to hit our region tonight. Dave will be in with the week's forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around our region. In Wisconsin, there's another opportunity for young entrepreneurs to show off their bright ideas, and a local organization's annual fundraiser will take place next week with some changes. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We begin tonight in Wisconsin with another opportunity for local entrepreneurs. The Wisconsin Youth Entrepreneurs in Science Contest is taking applications until April 14th. Any private, public, or homeschooled students can submit a 250-word first-round essay detailing their science and technology idea. Applications can be from individuals or groups. A second round will happen in April for a more detailed essay. Champions from each grade category will be announced in June. And next we head to Virginia, Minnesota, where 1 week from today, the Summer Work Outreach Project, or SWAP, will be hosting their 24th annual ham dinner. The program aims to equip youth with life skills and engage them in their communities through service projects. Dinners will be available for takeout from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the Elks Lodge, and pre-orders are also available and can be picked up from 2 other alternate locations. Free delivery is being offered for businesses that order over 10 meals. The event is also holding a raffle with the grand prize of an overnight stay at Fortune Bay. And we end tonight here in Duluth, where today the Mission Creek Landscape Restoration Project began. MnDOT raced against the weather to start clearing a few trees at Highway 23 in Mission Creek. The project should have no major traffic impact and is expected to take 1 or 2 days. The rest of the project is slated to begin in August, and the final design will include a stone wall, spring-fed waterway, gravel trail, a stone sitting circle, and forest restoration. And if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, shipping season is right around the corner here in the Northland, and today the Coast Guard was out preparing. We bring you the video in just a few minutes.
Today's high was 48 degrees, and that's still warmer than the normal of 32, but it's cooler than it was yesterday when we had 60 in some towns. By Friday, we could only top out around 30. Will that be permanent, or will we warm up for the weekend? We'll talk about temperatures and how much snow we're getting tonight coming up after the break.
But my family has noticed that I smile for the first time in 20 years. And not only do I smile a lot now. And it's one great feeling. It made the difference between me having really awful teeth to somebody who is going around grinning like an idiot.
Never be afraid to smile again. Call Lake Dental today for your free smile analysis.
Did you know that over 90% of today's top-rated television shows can be watched for free, including live sports, news, and the hottest sitcoms, all for free with TV Freeway Gold? Simply plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite HD broadcast television shows free. TV Freeway Gold uses premium gold-plated connectors, giving you high-quality signal transfer so you can watch all your major channels, all in high definition, absolutely free, anywhere you want it, even on your boat, so you can cut the cord and get TV the freeway with TV Freeway Gold for only $19.99 for free TV forever. But when you order now, you could get a second TV Freeway Gold for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, and we'll ship them both to you free. But you have to order now.
Call 1-800-408-5417. That's 1-800-408-5417. Or visit tvfreewaygold.com. Order now.
Local news and local weather here on CBS 3.
Northwest Outlet is your warm clothing headquarters of the Northland. Superior.
More people are now eligible for the COVID vaccine. A look inside St. Luke's.
Coming up tonight, the U.S. Coast Guard Alder hits Lake Superior to bring some ice.
Our storm system's here. Right now it's rain for most towns. I'll talk about when it'll shift to snow.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Lake Superior College. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
The twin lows are here, replacing the trio of highs that dominated us for so long. And so instead of warm and clear, now we're cooling down a little bit and we're awfully rainy. Let's take a live look here what's going on in Ashland, Wisconsin. And the winds are picking up a little bit there, and you can see that the streets are wet and the cars are kicking up some puddles. It's starting with rain. And for some towns, it's already shifting over towards snow. And in a few minutes here, I'll show you the chart of how much snow I think we're going to get. But first, we just take a quick look at the current conditions at Duluth International to set the stage. It's 34 degrees, 89% for the relative humidity. East-northeast winds going 15 miles per hour, could gust towards 20. So it'll be windy tonight and tomorrow as well. Air pressure's low at 29.68. And right now, we're in between the twin lows. And so there's a good 12 to 16 more hours of this coming our way before by tomorrow afternoon we start to clear up again. Current temperatures, after getting into the low 60s yesterday, these are a little disappointing to some folks. We have 37 to 44 in the Upper Peninsula, and Wisconsin numbers are running from 33 in Superior to 38 down towards Hayward. Minnesota numbers are in the 30s here as well. 32, for example, Two Harbors, 34 Moose Lake, 37 Hibbing, 34 International Falls. Almost cool enough now to support the formation of snow. And after sunset, we should get to that mark. And that's what's going to help egg on the chance for the accumulating precip that we have here in our neck of the woods. Well, we go out to the bigger picture here already, and there's one low pressure system center just to the north of Lake Superior. The other one's pulling up behind it out of South Dakota into our area. And along the frontal boundary, you see the cooler side to the north already shifting towards snow, the warmer side to the south staying as rain. And that rain could come in handy, actually, because there have been some theories that we'd re-enter drought conditions this spring when we melt off the snow. Getting a little bit right now. Hopefully we'll stave off that problem. And you know, these lows will bring us a rain-snow mix overnight through about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow afternoon, now twin highs from Canada come to call. That'll start to clear us up again. It'll cool us down towards, I'm thinking, about 30 degrees on Friday, but by Saturday already we could warm back up towards 45. So that Arctic cool down will be a short-lived one. But by tomorrow morning, snow blowing to do? Looks like it, especially from Aitken up through Grand Marais, where I think the range of snow could accumulate from between 5 and 10 inches, including 8 here in the Twin Ports. But on the fringes, only 4 towards Orr, maybe an inch in International Falls, maybe an inch in Hayward, and 1.3 in Solon Springs. Folks in Ironwood might get 1 inch. So it's right through the center of the area where it's going to be the heaviest, and lighter totals off towards the edges. Tonight, the rain and snow chance is 100%, and Minnesota low temps could go as cool as 22 up north to as warm as 30 by the lake. Wisconsin, Michigan low temps will be mid to upper 20s. For tomorrow, we shake off the snow early, becomes partly sunny, and Michigan high temps, with Wisconsin as well, go 40 to 44. Minnesota numbers should go 38 to 42. And with the extended forecast, we go from 40 on Thursday to 30 on Friday, but back to 45 on Saturday with sunshine. And then we ride out the upper 30s the rest of the week. Monday, John, it looks like we could get another chance for some snow showers, but that's only a 30% chance, and right now the charts don't indicate that much totals. But then again, a few days ahead of this system, that's what they said as well.
Well, they really was a full spring Monday and Tuesday, because look at what we got going on today. But you know what? Saturday and Sunday, those will be some nice days.
Should be a payoff, yeah.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Dave. Wednesday marked another step toward the 2021 shipping season here in the Twin Ports as the U.S. Coast Guard broke out the Alder to break some ice. The U.S. Coast Guard uses the Alder to break up ice on Lake Superior, and over the next few days, they'll make their way to 2 harbors in Silver Bay. The Coast Guard says there was actually more ice on Lake Superior this year, with 44% coverage at this year's peak compared to 13% last winter. Coast Guard says they've been preparing for several weeks to get the job done, regardless what Mother Nature brings their way.
As long as no new ice can freeze, that makes it easier for us. So once we break our tracks, as long as it doesn't freeze over, it stays open. But if it stays below freezing, it'll freeze back over and we need to go back out.
According to NOAA, this year's peak ice coverage on Lake Superior was back in the middle of February during our cold snap, but since then, ice coverage has dropped off significantly to less than 20%. Residents in Michigan are asked to turn their porch lights off tonight. The governor announced the hour-long tribute to honor the thousands of lives lost to COVID-19. You're asked to keep your light on between 8 and 9 o'clock tonight. Today also marks 1 year since Michigan confirmed its first COVID case. Still to come, the latest on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial and just how far back it's been delayed.
For 6 days only, Home Furniture has put everything on sale, and you can finance it free for 6 years. 6 days of savings, 6 years, 0 interest financing. The 646 sale, only at Home Furniture.
We know it's hard to stay away from family and friends, but we're all in this together. Carleton County and the Senior Linkage Line are here with free or low-cost services to help you stay safe, sound, and supported. If you or someone you care for could use some help, please contact Minnesota's Senior Linkage Line today. Together, we can help older Minnesotans and their families and caregivers connect to local services to get the help they need.
The selection at Stone Countertop Outlet is the largest in the region. Thousands of slabs, hundreds of colors, and the most popular quartz brands, too. See the entire collection at stonecountertopoutlet.com or call our showroom.
Are you guys fired up? Yeah. Let's get to work.
I didn't picture myself punching out this early, but I just try to focus on my team.
Angel has great work ethic.
I got one.
Let it go, let it go. Guys, the corner.
Angel, you on break, bro? No. Feed me. I need more food.
You gotta win this for Angel because he's a really good guy and sorry.
A new Tough as Nails. Watch tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
My
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS 3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
Greg ended up being a fantastic candidate for a partial knee replacement. We have the advantage here at Memorial Medical Center to use Corey, which is a robotic platform for doing knee replacement. In Greg's case, the system allows us to go in, we do a 3D mapping of his actual knee. Then we can do a simulated knee replacement where we can change the size of the components, the type of component that we're going to put in. We can change the position of the components in 0.5 millimeter increment and 0.5 degree. It gives us a level of input and information that we never had before.
Now at Home Sleep Express, get 0% interest financing for 6 years on Beauty Rest mattresses, plus free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. Beauty Rest pocketed coil springs support body shape and diffuse partner movements. 6-year financing on Beauty Rest. Now at Home Sleep Express.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
The trial for an Illinois man accused of shooting protesters in Wisconsin has been delayed about 7 months. Kyle Rittenhouse's trial was scheduled to begin March 29th, but both sides told a judge Wednesday that they needed more time to prepare. Rittenhouse faces multiple charges, including reckless homicide. Prosecutors say Rittenhouse traveled to Kenosha in August after a local militia asked for help protecting businesses during violent protests. Rittenhouse opened fire on protesters, killing 2 and injuring another. Rittenhouse, who was 17 at the time, has argued that he fired in self-defense. His new trial date is November 1st, but it could be delayed again. In other Wisconsin news, the Delton Fire Department put out a large fire this weekend with a unique culprit. $250,000 worth of damage was caused at this Sauk County home after a glass crystal ball started a fire. Firefighters were called around 4 p.m. on Monday after the homeowner came home to thick smoke pouring out of the property. The investigation determined a couch started the fire after a crystal ball reflected sunbeams onto the fabric. The Delton Fire Department says homeowners should keep items such as crystals, mirrors, glass ornaments, and even bottles away from direct sunlight. These items can act like a magnifying glass and deliver light energy onto flammable objects. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the news tonight that the largest stimulus check ever might be headed your way, and why the government purchased 100 million new Johnson & Johnson doses. Plus our series, Women and the Pandemic. How much have women really lost during COVID? Our exclusive new details tonight. And one little girl's comeback story and how she is using her wisdom to help others. That and more news tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. If you're 50 or older, ask your doctor about screening options.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy. Just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. There's no risk or obligation. Don't wait. Call the number on your screen now.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you with low prices and better choices.
Road to the Grammys, only on CBS This Morning.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. The storm's going on out there. But before we go tonight, let's take a look back at today's top stories and see what's coming up tonight at 6. Tonight, we learned that the House has passed President Biden's nearly $2 trillion American Rescue Plan. No Republican voted in favor, and one Democrat flipped lines to vote no. The president is expected to sign the bill into law on Friday. And tonight at 6, we hear from Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar on what the relief bill means for Minnesotans. And before we head out tonight, Dave, what's it looking like out there? We know there's a storm going on.
Well, half the region has rain, half has snow, but it will shift over more towards snow as our night goes on, and we do think we're going to accumulate to at least a little bit in most places, and heavy amounts here in the heart of the region. So here's a quick look at the Doppler and satellite showing twin lows, bringing a 100% chance for precipitations to our region. And yes, to the north, it's snow right now. Rain to the south should fill in and go towards the snow side in just a matter of hours. And as far as snow totals go, I think around the Twin Ports up the North Shore, we could be going 4 to 8, maybe a couple towns like Two Harbors even getting a little more than that. And towards International Falls and towards Hayward a little bit less. And then it goes away as early as Thursday afternoon, and partial sunshine returns. Then full-blown sunshine comes around on Friday. We do take a dip temperature-wise on Friday, but rebound to 45 with sunshine come the start of the weekend.
All right, thanks, Dave. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next, and we'll see you back here tonight at 6.